motherfuckers. Yeah, eat that. Waka waka waka. Pinky needs to get off my grill. Fuck you! God damn it! Get away from me! Oh, get the fruit! Get the fruit! No, get the toast pellet! No! You son of a bitch! Fuck! Woo! Oh, you already fuck! Are you beat Greg yet? Almost. I'm sorry, I can't look up. Couple more dogs, you guys.
But wait, the ghosts are getting faster.
Yes, so are you.
But wait, so am I. This is so compelling.
But you can't stop.
Eat that, ghost face! Take that, Mr. Ghost. Oh my God, you died once!
He will get you
I did not. You know what I said?
You're up.
Time for lunch!
You win a chihuahua.
You win a chihuahua.
Kind of started out as just a DJing kind of a tool, but we're kind of amping it up to like a whole entire like a show kind of experience for the audience and stuff. I usually use 2 controllers at a time.
Right.
For future shows, I'll have 4 or more on stage, just because each one's going to kind of do a different thing, and it got to the point where it was either really try and map out a lot of controls into 2 and kind of get it confusing, or just kind of divide things up where like 2 of them will be used kind of mixing, 2 will be used kind of more scratching kind of effects kind of stuff, and then anything else beyond that will probably be used to work something else. Like right now I've kind of come up with like a scratching method with it, like a So something like that combined with like cutting in and out, like works really well as kind of like a scratching start.
you guys looking into using the Wiimotes for other functions and then just DJing? Because I don't know if you guys have seen like the guitar strumming with the Wiimote and the drum thing.
If I felt like those were more consistent, like I've tried a lot of those out just to kind of play with them, and it seems like the thing they lack is consistency.
Yeah, well, especially the guitar strumming one and stuff. It looks cool, but it's kind of more gimmicky. I guess you can, it's safe to use in like more of a professional setting.
Right.
A lot of my play, kind of the play function, cue function is flicking it forward, and even that's kind of a little iffy. Like somebody came out with a pretty good code that kind of fixes it, but there was a point in time where you would flick it, and every now and then it would double register, so it would hit the button twice, and like in a game setting, yeah, you can get away with doing it and the guy jumps twice, but doing something on stage, you want to have it, dead on.
Are you guys thinking of using the 6-axis controller since it's also Bluetooth?
Like I've thought about it, but I haven't really come up with like any good, okay, well, what could I do with it once I get it connected, control.
At the same time, it's not as exciting to sit there with, a controller on stage like this, even if it's, even if you're driving like
I
this.
could go like, kind of dance around like that, or it's just the freedom that these give that totally
in one hand,
separate.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the truth. Our loyalties lie with Nintendo.
Yeah. Once we start using the 6-axis is when Nintendo's gonna sue us. Like, you want to use Wiimote, okay, but you start bringing in other companies, then.
I got all my jelly bracelets.
Nice.
I'm hoping it helps me with my Pac-Man game, since this is a game from, it came out in 1979 originally?
82.
No.
79. The Atari 2600 one. The Atari 2600 version came out in 82. The really bad.
That you had.
Well, that's the
Great,
one,
right? That's
the one I got.
He can't go upward, like he can't.
Well, Pac-Man doesn't actually look up when he goes up. It's like he just ascends, and he makes this noise that just sounds like bap, 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 bap. Just sounds so bad. And they rushed out the 2600 version to make money.
Everybody who hears about it doesn't want to play it. I remember you posted a blog saying, my new addiction, Pac-Man CE, I love it.
There's still a lot of naysayers too.
And like the first 10 comments are like, dude, like 2 words, Pac-Man, like I pass.
I was playing the Halo 3 beta, and I looked up, and I saw that, who was it? Was it Shu was playing Pac-Man? And I was like, fuck
Like,
that
what
guy.
the hell?
What the fuck is he doing? And then I saw you playing, and I'm like, these guys are idiots. Why are they playing fucking Pac-Man? Because remember when they announced it?
About one of the most popular games of all time. I am referring, of course, to Pac-Man. When Bandai Namco Games agreed to let us bring Pac-Man to Xbox Live Arcade, I couldn't have been more excited.
When they
Whenever
announced they were going to do
we
it?
weren't really impressed. We're like, yeah.
Everybody was
new
joking.
Pac-Man.
Huh?
No.
There was a lot of hype over it, and we were all just kind of blowing it off.
It's not just Pac-Man though. I mean, it's updated in ways that are fully respectful of the original while using like this tech. They've added combos and a timer. The combos are essentially you get the power pellet and then you go get all 4 ghosts, and it's multiplying. And then if you can get the power pellet while the power pellet you just ate is still active,
Right, so the
you can
music
go
is
and
still
get 4
changed.
more. Yeah. And the whole board changes color. It changes to red, so you know. And then you go and get 4 more, and you can ramp up to 3,200. And then if you can get a power pellet while that one's still going, each ghost after that is worth 3,200. Now you've come up with all kinds of cool strategies too.
Yeah, backtracking or going hunting ghosts sometimes is not a very good compromise, because what happens is if you eat continuous dots, then you get multipliers. So they're 10 each, then they multiply to 20 each, and then 30 each, and 40 each.
Right.
And that's how like the bulk of the
you have like two like parallel combo systems building. You know, you have both of those going on, and like it's striking the balance to score the high scores.
Do you guys play any of the other modes? Because I mean, I'm sure
how
you.
cool are they? Okay, so the challenge mode is a lot of fun. It's all score, but then like challenge 1 and 2. But challenge 1 is all about getting as many lives as you can because there's a lot of pellets to begin with, and then like coasting on that.
No pellets, and you're just
For
you're
like
3 or 4
jonesing.
You're like,
boards.
oh God, please just bring me.
And that stage is almost like a good tutorial for teaching you that, like what I was just saying, which is that you have to, you can't just play one way. You have to play you have to take into account like sometimes it's best to eat dots and sometimes it's best to be eating
the
ghosts.
other mode is like the when everything's dark. It's like lights out.
Oh my god.
It's like a beautiful it's beautiful in its own way where like the dots light up the board. The ghosts each have their little halo around them, and you have your little halo. But when you eat half the board, it's almost always filled with dots. But when you empty it, you haven't refilled it.
And you don't realize
It's scary.
how much you need to see where you're going.
There's all those T-turns and stuff, and all those intersections.
You get a ghost right behind you, and you're like, oh Jesus, I hope I have a turn coming.
All the other modes really do provide like a good tutorial. Like what you said, the challenge is sort of like figuring out the pellet dynamics, and the extra modes is purely based on speed and just going to eat pellets.
It's all horizontal lines.
Yeah,
pretty much.
exactly.
You're just zipping across. Ghosts are going up and down,
It
scaring the
seems
hell out
like
of you.
after you played the other modes, you can go back to the championship mode, which is the main mode, and really just like rock because you've like taken all that you've learned from the other, senseis, and then now you're like playing
But
this
cool,
one.
extra modes 2 and 3, they have like the varying sizes of the boards.
Yeah,
but it
and
gets
then they'll
really
they'll
tiny.
change, and they'll be asymmetrical, and you begin to realize like how much your brain will get used to how this board looks,
Right.
and your timing on the turns and stuff, and when it changes, it's trippy.
Yeah.
It makes you feel like even if you're super sober and lucid, it actually makes you feel like you're on drugs. It feels like.
Bitch too that it's like $10 download, 800 space bucks. But because you can get Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man already. But I mean, there is a lot to it. It's like the Twitch of Geometry Wars concentrated into 5 minutes.
It's a little bit better than Geometry Wars, especially if you have other people in the house, because there's always a limit of 5 or 10 minutes. You're never gonna have somebody with like a 2-hour epic like fucking Geometry Wars match where you're like making a meal in the middle of it and shit. It's like it's going to end after 5 minutes.
And
That's it.
And the nostalgia factor is like a big key too.
Yeah.
See, the funny thing is, I've never really played Pac-Man, the original Pac-Man, and I sucked. Like, I really sucked. Now, when I first played this game, I was pretty bad at it too. But then I realized that this is sort of like a hybrid, like bastard child of Geometry Wars and Luminous. You have that chaotic, like fast-paced feeling of Geometry Wars, and then you have like the sort of puzzle strategy aspect of Luminous, like married together in this like short, digestible like bits of games.
And the music helps too, just like
Yeah,
in
the
Luminous,
Pac-Man
where it like
disco.
builds up to the end.
The music even factors into it because the music builds to the end. You can tell just by listening that even without looking at the timer, that your 5 minutes is almost up. And I felt like the 5 minutes really added to how addicting it is too, because it's like just one more game. It's only 5 minutes. That's I was late to work today because I was practicing at home. And I was like, all right, just one more game. It's only 5 minutes.
Well, we gotta finish up this championship so we can figure out who is the final master.
I haven't played yet.
You gotta play. You gotta step up.
How many times did I go on like a 15-0 streak on you, and you were like, just one more, and then you would just like, when you would finally scrape out a win, that's when you would say, okay, now I'm done. It's like, all right, so 15 wins versus 1 loss. Oh, that's when the tide turns, and you walk away, and you go back to your little like Martha Stewart shrine at your desk, you bitch.
I beat you in Virtua Fighter a lot. I did, and I wasn't scrubby. I was using a lot of moves, a lot of stances. I knew what I was doing.
Wow, Shane.
It's true. I can beat those. I will beat those.
Shane knows how to play fighting games.
I do. I've been playing fighting games since you've been playing fighting games.
95% lies.
No.
It's 95% lies 100% of the time. Yeah.
So, okay, you have to fight on your side. One up.
We have.
Itagaki wants us to fight again.
We have.
Yes.
Which games should they have to play?
DOA 4.
DOA 4?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll play DOA 4.
10 games match.
10 games. That's a good
10
idea.
games.
Yeah.
10 games.
10 matches. 10 matches DOA 4.
Yes.
10 matches
Virtua
Soul
Fighter.
Calibur 3. 10 matches Virtua Fighter 5.
Yeah.
The thought of playing against Shane in a fighting game puts me in a coma.
The first game is V5.
VF5. Which I will win.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's anybody's game. You're pretty good.
Second game is C.
3.
3.
I'll win that. You'll win Virtua Fighter. I'll win Soul Calibur.
Okay.
All right.
The last game is my game.
Right.
Okay.
But Milky will beat me at DOA. I gotta practice. You need to train me at DOA.
Before I even humor the thought of like fighting Shane for like some weird like moral victory thing, like you have to first beat Garnett. Okay. We had Itagaki. We had a Virtua Fighter tournament. He lost to our managing editor. I beat our managing editor like 100 to 1.
We were playing all these games. We were playing Soul Calibur, we were playing Virtua Fighter, we were playing DOA. And Ryan had a good idea.
Ninja Gaiden Fighter. Okay. Character creation mode. Shane makes his own ninja. I make my own ninja. You make your own ninja.
Winner ninja.
Okay? The different moves are based on the weapons.
In
So
Ninja Gaiden.
in Ninja Gaiden. So I choose katana, and then my moves are the katana moves. Or I make my character and I choose bow staff, and then I get the moves of bow staff.
Or maybe I can make a Fiend Hunter and have Rachel's moves, you know?
Yeah, online play, custom characters, bigger open arenas so that you can jump off walls.
Talking about Bushido Blade?
No, I'm talking about more like Air Guys, but with style. Does that sound like a good idea to you? Would you play it?
I would play that. We love Ninja Gaiden on DS. Dragon Sword.
It's a real game for the DS. You don't see too many of those.
I like real games. I was very sad when we were in Tokyo and we went to a video game store and there was a whole aisle of non-games.
Yeah, we're like, this is how to be a better office lady. This is teaches you German. This shows you how to plant your garden.
I want to fucking kill people with swords.
Not so much killing people on the DS.
Since we all tried it, but you're the only one who actually needed to use Ninpo to beat the boss, what did you think of the controls?
First off, I played it first, so you guys have to watch me play and see how to do it.
Yeah,
We all watched the demo. We've all
Itagaki
seen
play.
it. I've watched it. I've watched the whole demo.
And we all watched Itagaki play.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah.
I might have accidentally started an Impo. Ryan and I are both skeptical about the control because you don't have direct control over Ryu. You know, most games you move him with the D-pad, and here you use the stylus to guide him. So we thought
That's direct controls, it's different.
right, but we thought there might be some disconnect between you know us, but in reality, it's very smooth, and you have tons of moves. The strange thing is, it feels like Ninja Gaiden, which none of us expected. We thought it would feel like a different game, but it feels like Ninja Gaiden, which is
Once you start playing, you don't think about the fact that you're controlling the game with stylus only.
Right.
You have the ability to change up your sword strikes based on the way that you do your slashes on the screen with the stylus.
Yeah.
So it feels like it has the depth of a Ninja Gaiden game on DS.
Well, and it's surprising because so few games really think about the touch panel in terms of gameplay. Like they'll use it for like a mini game or something. Even Nintendo's guilty of that. But this whole game is really built around the touch panel. That's fresh. That's new.
It looks good, it plays good, and it uses the DS for exactly, I mean, it's a game that's built only for DS. It couldn't be on any other console.
ハードのオリジナリティを使うのがね、ゲーム作りの本筋だからさ、それは俺たちの考えだから、またそういう形でやってるってことだよね。
You know, I wouldn't want to play it anywhere else. But at the same time, it's just as action-packed as the Ninja Gaidens on Xbox or PS3 that have
already come out. It's different, but it still feels like Ninja Gaiden, and that's surprising to me.
Itagaki said that it was going to be the fastest Ninja Gaiden ever.
Fastest.
Yeah. Fastest.
When you say it's the fastest Ninja Gaiden, though, I worry if it'll be the shortest Ninja Gaiden. Because I loved the Xbox game so much because it was so much longer than I expected. You know, it kept going and going. I didn't want it to end.
またでもあれじゃない、求められるスタイルが違うんでね、全然違うゲームだからね。ゲームのプレイ時間のコントロールってのはすごい難しいんだよ。特に僕はほらオフェンシブなゲームを作るからね、オフェンシブな哲学で作るから結構その辺は難しいね、コントロールがね。でもなんだろう、見た目が似てるからさ、同じように感じるかもしれないけど、ゲームシステムは全く別じゃない。だから例えばポーカーとさ、セブンブリッジは同じカードを使うけど全然違うゲームなのと一緒だよね。
If Dragon Sword comes out and is a huge hit and sells millions of copies, does that mean Team Ninja makes just DS games?
それはありえないよ。これはだって3番目の俺のチャレンジだけど、ちゃんと1番目も2番目も3番目もやるんだからね。
You already excited us because you said that Ninja Gaiden 2 was going to surprise us.
チーム忍者はナンバリングタイトルは僕が作ってるから、そういう意味でどんどんこう進化していくよね。
We've seen next generation action games and they don't surprise us. We're happy about them.
We want to be surprised. You know, as excited as I am for Devil May Cry 4, I hope that when Ninja Gaiden 2 gets revealed, it's like it makes that game look old.
I love Ninja Gaiden 1 and I hope that Ninja Gaiden 2 has the same advancement that the DOA series has had.
I hope so.
I hope so too. As a player. はい。
だって忍者ガイデン1のさ欠点を一番知ってるのは俺だもん。シリーズものっていうのはさ、そのオリジナルを作ったやつが作るのが一番いいんだよ。
Are you considering including a ninja dog mode for people like Shane who need to use Ninpo from the start?
Do you worry about offending the players when you make a decision like that?
笑ってるだけがいいわけじゃないからね。やっぱり笑ったり怒ったり、泣いたりさ、あるいは悲しく思ったりって全部エクスピリエンスでしょ。だから傷つける時も時にはあるんじゃない。だけど傷つけるっていうか怒る時もあるでしょ。でもそういう時もあればこそ余計なんていうのかな、楽しい時がさスカッとするしさ。
In the past, Team Ninja has made games that are exclusive or debuted exclusively on one console. Usually that's Xbox. But more and more third parties are making multi-platform games, simultaneous release on both platforms to make more money.
だからその単純なマルチプラットフォームっていうのはなんていうのかな、違うゲーム機なのにさ、それを同じものにしちゃうっていうことでしょ。そしたらゲームも同じになっちゃうじゃん。なんか意味あんのそれって。だってプレイステーション3はプレイステーション3っていうコンピューターなんであってさ、360は360っていうコンピューターなんであって、それぞれの違いをさみんな感じたいんじゃないの。その違いを消すことに何の意味があるのっていう話。
You can't take advantage of what makes them good if you're trying to make the same experience across both.
Not only are you picking the lowest common denominator on one facet of the experience, like say, you know, for example, 360 has more RAM than PS3. It means that you're choosing lowest common denominator on every part of the experience because you have to build for both platforms. And as a gamer, I don't appreciate that experience.
俺がだってハードウェアメーカー、ハードウェアをコンピューターのデザイナーだったらさ、そのオリジナリティを消したような形でアプリケーションを組まれても腹が立つよな。
After having created already 2 Xbox 360 games, what do you think that the Xbox 360 really excels at?
Flexibility だね。
So when are you gonna pack it all in on game development and go gambling?
ラスベガスで一晩で3時間で辞める時もあれば3日連続でやる時もあるし、いつから辞めるかって決めてないからね。ただ1個だけ言えることは、さっきの同合のやつは辞めるには若すぎる。パスでいいの作ってくれないとさ。
Don't forget, he's the one who gave your game 7.5.
Oh, I gave Ninja Gaiden a 9.5.
この間東京で5時間話したよな、その件な。
Lloyd, our winner, our champion, our Pac-Man Championship Edition champion will be Greg Ford. $223,590.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really rock.